Hi Rhea,
Hi.
I'm Dheeraj from M9 News. So how are you?
All good.
Okay, so your voice sounds so typical.
Like what?
In a kind, it's harsh.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, we got used to female voices so soothing kind of. So
Right.
yours is like that bold and confident kind
I'll
of
take
voice.
that. I like that.
Yeah, it is. It is. So you sound very peculiar.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So you're saying that you have chosen to be an actress since
Yes.
you're 15. So
Longer than that, actually.
okay, why
Yeah.
so? Like.
I don't know. It was just something that was in my mind. Everyone in my family would keep telling me, "ये तो कभी actress बनेगी." So that always was there at the back of my mind. And pageantry, I think what we were talking about earlier, about 15, was I started pageantry when I was 15. Yeah.
Okay. But why into acting? What made you choose acting?
Initially, it actually gradually changed. It was entirely different earlier. It was because I wanted to be in the limelight. I wanted to become a star. That was the dream.
Okay.
But then eventually I realized when I did some more research and I fell in love with the craft. So then obviously now I'm still in awe with the star factor, but it's also more now about the craft, about acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you realize that okay, the wow factor is a different thing and being a star is a different thing?
I can't pinpoint a specific time because it was gradual, because it's still there. Star banna to everyone wants to be. So it's still there, but it's not the most important thing. It was a very gradual shift. I'll tell you one thing though. When I went for Miss Universe, that was when I realized that the title that people give of a star is not what it seems when you're actually in it. There is a lot more hard work and dedication than appears. So yeah. Okay.
So generally what happens is like most of the people who win this pageantry thing, it could be Miss Universe or Miss World or whatever. So they automatically turn their way into the film industry. It could be Hindi cinema, Telugu cinema, whatever their possibilities. So I always wanted to know why it is only cinema for them.
That's actually not true. I would say only a small percentage of people do. It's just that we know about them.
Okay.
Like, for example, we know Sushmita Sen, we know Aishwarya Rai, but there are so many other people that went for pageants. I mean, since they were there.
No, the thing is, these people are successful. Even some other people have also tried their luck. So we have seen the poster girls. We have seen lots of people who tried their luck in fashion and modeling as well. So these Sushmita Sen or Aishwarya Rai or Priyanka Chopra, these are the successful people we know.
There are many industries that women from pageantry go into. It can be, I know so many doctors, I know so many lawyers. In fact, in the same year that I participated in, there were so many people that were lawyers in there. So it's the potential to become whatever it is that you want to after you get into pageantry is endless. Because it teaches you, it's not just the glamour. In fact, that's a very small part of it. It teaches you how to be composed. It teaches you how to present yourself. And apart from that, it also gives you a great platform to explore many different industries. Okay.
But does the pageantry gives actually the confidence, or it kills the essence of confidence?
That's what brought the confidence in me.
Okay. Because see, in a different perspective, what I see is it will have a specific beauty standards. It will have a specific things of okay, a girl should look like this to be a participant of the so and so show or so and so ramp walk kind of. So in a way, it is actually building a good career for so many people who wanted to get into the film industry or into the fashion industry, or as you mentioned, into the other industries as well with their kind of confidence. And in another perspective, it is actually killing the kind of confidence in the other girls that okay, I might not be the the credible person to get into this kind of thing. So that's the way I look at it.
Now the thing here is that there are many perspectives to look at any industry. If you look at it, let's say for example, I want to become a doctor someday. Then what if I don't have it in me? Then won't that kill my confidence in becoming a doctor? It's just you need to learn, you need to evolve, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not about the appearance. It's hardly a very small segment of it is. And I think pageantry has come a long way when it comes to representation, because now there is no age barrier. You can be as old as you want to and you can participate. You can be married, you can have kids.
Okay. So earlier there used to be some other parameters.
There used to be boundaries around it, where you have to be of a specific age range, you can't be married, but now those things have changed.
Okay.
So now that it kind of tells you that the beauty standard, what we think it is, has completely changed. It's not about this, it's about what's in here and what's in here. So yeah, that's why I think a lot more people can see hope in it and can learn from it.
Okay. So, but what is pageantry for you?
Pageantry for me has been the biggest teacher in my life, and it has also been a blessing for me. And of course, I'm not talking about what I can put in, I'm talking about what it's done for me. I used to be a very shy person. I used to not be able to talk to people, and that's where it opened up for me. I was able to then communicate, and that's why I think getting into movies for me, it felt like this is it for me, because I learned the one thing that was making me not get to my dreams, which was to be able to communicate. And now that I can do that, to become an actor would be so much easier for me. Okay. So I think communication was the main thing for me, in terms of not just words, but also expressions. Yeah.
Okay. So post that, like post winning the pageantry, and you will have your specific duties after winning it for a 1.5 year kind of. So you need to perform some specific duties like teaching or kind of.
There are social responsibilities. And I did have to do that for 1 year, yes. I also, in that 1 year, had to represent India at the Miss Universe competition. So there's a whole lot you have to do in that 1 year. And yeah, because you are holding the title of India for that 1 year, you have to, that's a lot of responsibilities. Yeah.
Okay. So was that holding those responsibilities or proving yourself in that specific timeline, was it hard for you, or were you enjoying that?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Because firstly, because I was very prepared. I went into it with full dedication and honesty in knowing what this entails. I knew what it was, because I started pageantry when I was 15 and I was 19 when I won. So that's 4 years of practice. And I had already represented India twice before that at teen pageants. So for those who don't understand pageantry much, I'll just quickly go through that there are teen pageants, which are more like practice. And then when you go for the Miss pageant, that's like the real representation. So yeah, it was quite easy in terms of knowing what needs to be done. But of course, every single day is packed with work. So yeah.
Okay. So are these things like paid other than the ads during this 1 year representation?
So you do get a prize money in the beginning, like you get.
So that's the only thing you will get it.
But yeah, I think it's a gift in itself.
Okay.
Yeah, the title in itself is a huge gift.
Okay, okay. But maintaining yourself during this 1 year time period it's not that easy, because you need to be presented in such a way that okay, she is the Miss World or Miss India kind of. So that that presentation, that the kind of exposure you will get during the specific timeline, it's not that easy, and it's not free as well.
That's so true. That is very true. You have to, and that's why they say that pageantry requires a lot of dedication, because you need to be able to invest everything into it for that small specific amount of time. Some people need more time, some people are able to quickly achieve it. But if you're willing to give it all, then it's for you.
Yeah. Okay. So how did Jetlee happen for you?
I was so honored. I was actually on a vacation when I got it offered. And I got the reading and I was just mind blown at how different, how hatke was the word that I was thinking. I'm like, I'm so honored that I got a role like this, because it's not like the traditional girl next door. I mean, I love those roles, don't get me wrong. But a strong woman, a powerful role, I'm all for it. And I also watched the movies that they've previously made. This team has worked on 2 or 3 other movies. Matuvadala and also Happy Birthday, which are so good. I love those movies so much in terms of...
So you watched the Telugu version or the dubbed versions?
I watched both actually, because I wanted to watch the authentic version, but then also to understand it. So then I watched it again in Hindi. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch it because it was so well made. Even though I didn't understand the language initially, it was the visuals were so good, the expressions were so good. So yeah, it was very easy to watch it.
Okay. But Jetlee was the only offer you had post the pageantry?
I had a few other ones, but then of course you have to be a little bit selective with what you choose.
Okay.
Because I mean, your first movie has to be something that people they'll remember you by that, right?
Okay.
So I wanted people to remember
So
me as
you're
a
very
strong
particular about your
character.
projection.
You have to be.
Okay. No, see, the thing is like you choosing a character which will stand out of the film or stand out for your career for the debut is fine. At the same time, where are you standing out? From where you are actually standing out also matters a lot, right?
That's so true. Yeah, if because people will remember you, like I said, right? People will remember you from your first work. So yeah, I had to obviously be very sure and certain of what I'm taking up. Yeah.
Okay. But you never had a thought of, okay, I should be co-starring with some known actors, kind of a bigger star, so that I will get an easy debut, kind of?
Satya Garu is a big star.
Satya is a comical star for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't see anchoring as the most important factor, notwithstanding the fact that he is a big star. He is. But let's say, for example, if it was only standing on my shoulders, I would still be open to it if the skeleton of the movie is good. Then to add on the mass of it, I'm more than happy to do it. If the skeleton, if the structure, if the storytelling is what I want to be portrayed as, I'm all for it.
Okay, so you're more of a content girl.
100%.
Okay.
Because I think people are very smart, especially the Telugu audience. They are very welcoming when it comes to new people from outside. Like, I'm an outsider. I don't have anyone from my family, or I don't speak the language. But I know for a fact that if I perform well, if the story is good, people are very clever. They will watch the movie and will give all the love possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your introduction to cinema?
This.
Not just Telugu cinema or Jetlee. Cinema as a thing.
How I fell in love, you're asking? Ooh. There were a few moments, but I think the one defining one has to be when I watched Om Shanti Om.
Okay.
It's the one with Shah Rukh Khan and
Deepika
Padukone. It is about cinema, right? The movie is essentially about that. And so when I saw it, I could almost imagine myself as Shanti Priya, the character. Okay. And I was like, this is exactly what I see myself as. Because as a child, when I was younger, I told you, right? I was very shy. I couldn't express myself, not only to others, but even to myself. I didn't know how to express.
Okay.
But when I saw that movie, I could see myself. And finally, I felt like, that's me. So yeah, that's where I was like, cinema is for me. I'm for cinema. This is life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there should also be a transition where you get fascinated about cinema, and also there should be a phase of understanding cinema as well. So what is your understanding point?
Like I told you, it was a very gradual. I can't even point my finger at it because it was so gradual. Because I started watching movies. I slowly started to understand that, oh, yahan se shot liya hai, and then there's 2 cameras, and oh, actually maybe they would have done it twice. Then the sort of understanding came in, because initially it was just the magic of cinema. Now the magic has gone away because I've seen how the behind the scenes work, but I fell in love with that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually, in school, we used to have a subject as theatre, and we also used to have editing on Final Cut Pro. So I used to edit movies. We had to take up roles as the director or the AD, or become the cinematographer or the DOP, all these things. So then I was like, this is so fascinating. There was a different set of magic I explored. So yeah, that's how.
Okay. So the Bachelor of Arts of Performance also include direction as well?
No. So that what I was talking about was in school. I was in an international baccalaureate school.
Okay.
So there they have a subject of theatre, and I took that as a higher level subject.
Okay.
So it went into very detail of how movies are made, not just as an actor, but in every way. They go into all of it. But what you're talking of, which is my bachelor's in performing arts, they focused more on, there were many departments in that. There was acting, modeling, pageantry, which is so different. So yeah, I explored those as well.
Okay. But whatever you learned through the graduation or the diploma you had taken in the performances and all, was that really useful for you while performing on camera?
It gave me the confidence for sure.
Exactly.
I think education has that sort of a structure. You know how I love using analogies, so don't don't mind that. You know how when trees are growing, when they're very young, they have like a cage around it, so that it has a structure to grow by. And that structure may not be used at all. But sometimes when the downfall happens, when you need that, it kind of helps you, it supports you. So yes, for sure, in that, it gives you a lot of confidence. While I was in my second year, I think. First year or second year, I had gone for Miss Universe. So I barely had any time to go. Thankfully, my university was very, very supporting. And also because it's in the same category. So they were very supportive. They were all cheering for me when I went. So yeah, in all senses of the way, it was very useful for me.
Okay. But post this pageantry, or you won your pageantry when you were 19-year-old. So did you had a normal childhood?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go back home.
So what do you mean by normalcy first?
What do you mean when you ask no?
No, see, what I mean by normalcy is like any other regular kid.
Yeah. No, I am any other regular kid. And honestly, when I see celebrities, I don't see them as people that are not human anymore, because now I understand that it's just a career. It's just a job as everybody else does. Some people do 9 to 5. Some people are actors. Some people are models, and some people are doctors. They have all different jobs. So yeah, just a regular childhood. I would go back. I would have my house duties as everybody else does. I ironed my own clothes.
No, inside the house it is okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people's perspective will change towards you, because see, everyone might not recognize you as a pageantry winner kind of, but there will be a specific set of, even your friends or your relatives kind of, so there will be unnecessary attention towards you.
I love
so
the attention.
You love that?
I love it. I love it. I mean, that's what I've worked so hard for, right? I've wanted to be able to make a name for myself. And so if people appreciate me for the hard work that I've put in, then 100% I'm there for it. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good to know actually, because some people will feel like, okay, we actually lost that normalcy kind of feel. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So learning through cinema is something that you've been doing, right? Because you've been part of the institutions which actually taught you how to make a film or kind of thing. So what is your takeaway from learning through cinema?
One thing that I noticed on set while working on Jetlee was that everybody knows their duty so well, and it almost makes you feel, it's not a pressure in the wrong sense of the way, it's the good kind of pressure that you feel, that I have to be prepared as well. The way that everybody is working in such synchronicity. Everybody knows their job and they're doing it well, and everyone is such a vibe at the same time. They're all having fun. No one is screaming at anybody, because I initially, before coming in, I was like, I'm so sure that one person will be screaming at someone else. There'll be a fight going on. None of that was there. Everybody was in harmony, and it was so much fun. So that's what I realized, that do your job properly, come with complete preparation, and it'll all flow.
Okay. Yeah. And luckily you're not the regular Telugu belly kind of a character. It is more of an Indianized thing. It's not a Telugu Desi kind of character. It is in the film, in Rhea.
Okay. No, I don't understand.
So see, the thing is, when the other language actors come down to the Telugu film industry, so they will face this kind of difficulty to portray it as a Telugu girl.
Okay.
Right, with the kind of dress, with understanding the tradition kind of. But luckily in this film you play a modern girl where it doesn't have any specific language or regional category to it.
I mean, I still did have to do the
dubbing part is
of
fine.
The dialogue.
That's what.
Yeah.
Other than the dubbing.
But apart from that, the culture, yeah. But I noticed one thing here, even in this movie, that even though I'm playing, I think she's from Kolkata. Shivani is, even though she is not from the South, even though she does not have to understand the South industry in the back of her mind, it still is very important, because the jokes here are very different.
Yeah, that's the language part.
Yeah. So the way that you have to make the jokes land, and the expressions that people would understand here are different to what they would be elsewhere, maybe.
Okay, so it should be Shibani then.
I mean, sure.
Okay, so what is your transition of performing to the role of Shibani while understanding the character as well? Because see, Ritesh Rana or Satya would have they have a very long association since many years, around some 6-7 years kind of association. So they will have a specific timeline to them. So they will have that specific association called, okay, they will understand their each other's very easily. But it's not. But for you, it is not that easy. Understanding the mindset of Ritesh Rana, or understanding that specific sequence, even other than the language barrier. So how do you come up with that?
No, you're so right about that. That's what I expected to happen earlier. But when I came in, they had many sessions where we could just talk. We were just as a team talking to each other before we went on set. In fact, Ritesh Garu was the one who made me do my dialogues. So not just to learn the dialogues was it helpful, but also to connect with the team and get it to harmony. How does he think? Then he would know how I think. And I thought that was such a thoughtful way of structuring things. I mean, he would have so much work pre-production, but he still spent that time. Even the entire team, Soma Garu, who's the AD, he spent so much time. Teja Garu, who was doing the outfits, he understood how my styling is. So we all spent a lot of time together before we went on set. So that really helped. And then we were like family then when we were on set.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And what is that specific advice you got while getting into the Telugu film industry from your parents?
From my parents, I'm so grateful that they were so supportive the entire time. There were many days where I was just tired and I was like, how do I get through this? Because it's such a long schedule. There are so many unknown factors because you have to, I used to be a model before, and it's so rewarding because every day you go on set, one day you model and then you see the results. You're like, oh, it looks really nice. You know, my work that I did, I can see it right here. In this, you can't immediately see. So then there's a lot of, it feels like a lot of baggage that, is it good? Am I doing well? A lot of overthinking. And also because everybody is so experienced and then I'm coming in as a newbie. And so a lot of stress in that department. So whenever I would go back to my hotel, I would just video call my parents and it was such a release. It was like, thank God I have somebody to talk to release my stresses and my fears. And now that everything is done, I can totally say that their advice was spot on.
Okay. So wasn't there any kind of a hesitation from your parents?
Not at all.
Okay.
In fact, they were even more enthusiastic than me. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. They've always been very supportive of my career and my choices. They're business people, so that's how they see the world.
Okay. What does your dad do?
So he's into IT. He runs his own business.
Oh, his own IT firm?
Yes.
Okay.
And my mom is a childbirth educator, so she also runs her own business.
Okay. Yeah. So that speaks about your confidence.
I'll take that and I'll tell them that.
Please do. Okay. So coming to the films, like this is your initial step entering into the film industry. So there will be a lot more, and you might also be getting lots of offers right now. You might be listening to the scripts and all. So what would be your specific projection style?
What do you mean when you say projection style?
Projection style, like you wanted to project yourself as a commercial heroine, or you wanted to project yourself as a performer?
As of now, I think it's just too early for me to say anything because I'm still discovering myself. I'm still open to versatility. And I think in today's day and age, fortunately for me, we live in a world where versatility is very well accepted. It's not like if you do a commercial role, you'll only get commercial roles. So you won't be typecast that easily anymore. So yeah, that level of acceptance gives me a lot of relief because I want to explore everything. Right now, I'm in a stage where I want to do it all.
Okay. No, you wanted to try to too many, there are so many different things, Rhea. But the thing is, you will have a mark that, okay, Rhea might fit only to these kind of roles.
Possible.
So there is a possibility of industry getting a fixation to you, a characteristic trait as well.
That's possible.
Yeah, that's
and I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Whatever makes my career succeed is I'm willing to learn, evolve and adapt. But like I said right now, I think for even people who are in the industry or even for me, people are still figuring where I would set best. So I'm giving auditions, I'm figuring it out, I'm practicing, I'm taking acting classes. So yeah, fitting into something will require me to know myself. And for people to, I think once Jetlee releases, people will get to know. Let's just say that.
That's a proper Guju speaking. No, because I have been hearing this. Gujus are the most intelligent people on earth.
I'll take that as well. You've been very kind.
Okay. So when it comes to the film, like though you might not understand each and everything from with the language issue, so what is that specific thing you remember, a dialogue or a sequence that was etched to your memory?
There is one really funny dialogue, and I keep forgetting what the exact meaning is. I'll tell you. You tell me what it means. Okay. I don't even know if my expressions are correct for this, but itne ki tidaniki amna pettu. Orikena burra tintunnadu. What does that mean?
Feed him something, he's eating my brain.
That. This is the perfect dialogue for me because I will have to say it for myself.
Oh, okay.
I love food.
Okay, cool. So, what are those learning things from the film Jetlee or from the production or from Ritesh or Satya?
I learned a lot from everybody, but Satya Garu I learned a lot from because, like I said, I was kind of figuring my way out. How do you work on set? And in that process, he taught me one very valuable thing. This was when we initially started out, like the first few days. I was only using my expressions in terms of what I was being told, that this is the kind of expression you should have. And the director would tell me, do this. And I would do exactly that. But then Satya is like, you should have your own kind of flavor added to it. You should have. And I was like, that's what separates great actors from actors who are still learning. And I also noticed that in him. And also because he started out as an AD. So learning from him was great because he's done all the other things, not just acting. And then he's now come into acting. So I also want to be able to do that, learning from everybody in the department and using that in my acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's a great advice, actually.
Yeah.
Please. So, do you consume content online? The OTTs?
What kind of OTT? I love OTT platforms. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your what is your favorite watch list?
It's all over the place. So, with songs, with genres of movies, I watch just about everything.
Okay.
Funnily enough, I don't watch a lot of action movies, which is so surprising because when I see blood,
and you're dubbing with action film.
Yeah, action. And this is the first movie that I'm doing. So now I've started watching a lot of action and things like that. Right now I'm watching Telugu movies. I'm catching up on the older movies first.
Which are?
I'm watching I've already watched Bahubali and all the classics. But I wanted to watch them again because now my perspective is completely different on it. Now when I watch it, I'm seeing how it would have been made. I fell in love with those older movies. So yeah, I'm still just catching up on the older movies, and then I'll come to the new
other than Telugu. Other than Telugu.
Oh, you mean in general?
In general.
What movie have I watched recently? I watched The Notebook recently. It is an English movie. And the reason why I rewatched it every year or so.
Okay.
And yeah, and I tell you why. Because there is the audition video of the actress, and that is also one of the reasons I fell in love with cinema. And I watched that actually before coming here, and that's why I said Notebook. Because she had understood the character so well, and she did such great research on it, that even her audition video was exactly how the take in the movie turned out to be like. So that's what I want my acting to appear as. When people watch me, I want them to see something similar to that.
Okay. Yeah. So we should ask Ritesh to release your audition video as well.
For sure, you should.
Okay. But what is your comfort watch, Rhea? What are your comfort watch films?
Rom-coms. I'm all for rom-coms.
Can you suggest any top 5 of your watch list?
Okay. First of all, I have to say Om Shanti Om, my favorite, the book, like I mentioned, at the top of my mind. Then I really liked watching Karthik Calling Karthik. It was I know, it's such an underrated movie. I recently watched that.
Yes.
Yeah, have you watched it?
Yes.
It's too good. It's such a different movie.
The twist was a mind-bending thing then.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I love watching those kind of different movies. Then
Only then I got to know that there are phones where we can schedule the calls.
Yeah. What else? I think watch these 3 first. Yeah.
Okay. These are the top 3. Any web series kind of recommendations from you?
Yeah, I do have a few. Friends is my favorite to watch. It's like you said, comfort watch. It is. Then next would be Dead to Me. Have you watched that? It's really good. It's a murder mystery.
Okay.
I love mystery movies. I mean,
Series.
series. So that really keeps you hooked. And third one would be, which one would I recommend? I think, I can't think of any on the top of my mind right now. But I would definitely like recommend more to you if I was prepared right now. I just thought of
Okay.
that.
Do you read books?
I don't read as many, but
Mhm.
I have read a few and I have a few favorites.
Okay, which are?
Yeah, it's a non-fictional book. It's called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant.
Mhm.
It's a really good read. You should definitely, for business people especially, you should definitely go
So
through
being a Guju, that should be
it. My dad recommended that to me. Yeah.
Okay. So cool, yeah. So looking forward for your work in Jetlee and many more movies in Telugu and in Indian cinema as well. So looking forward. So thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
so much.
Glad. All the best.